Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Time to rock. I had a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, or they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X Podcast. I'm Malcolm. This is the Black Dot. Welcome.
In the building, in the flesh.
What's good, everybody? Hope everybody can hear us. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Making sure we're good.
We should be good. What's going on?
What's happening, everybody? What's good?
All right. We looking good.
All right. Hope everybody had a great weekend.
Yes.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was bittersweet.
Real quick. This is the #1 father and son podcast on the planet Earth.
Please,
in the universe,
make that clear.
Flat Earth, multiverse.
Please make that clear.
Okay, just wanted to make that clear before we get going.
Before we unveil and just start unloading on y'all.
All right.
You know what I mean? You know what we do here. And so the weekend was bittersweet, so I'm kind of start backwards.
Okay.
I just got word at about 3 p.m. that my grandmom's passed away. My grandma Frances passed away. She made the transition. And we were expecting, she's been through a long, hard battle.
Yeah.
And to be honest, she's been fighting for the last 5 years. Every time we thought she was out, she bounced back. Her bounce back game was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And so she finally succumbed, to some injuries and things of that nature. And so, my heart is heavy. She had the biggest heart in the entire world. And she was also the mayor. So we're going to talk about Clarence Avant being the godfather. My grandmother Frances was the godmother of University Avenue.
Yeah.
No matter how long you lived there, if you moved and came back, you stopped on that block, you looked up at that window, and usually grandma was there to welcome you, to tell you what's been going on. She was also the news reporter, old school style, and she would tell you what everything has been going on the block, this and that, but she didn't play.
Yeah.
And so she carried the blicky on her hip back in her days, and she would get out there and scrap and fight. She dated Meadowlark Lemon back in the days.
Don't know who that is.
The Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, okay.
Famous Harlem Globetrotter. She also beat up Esther Roll from Good Times. She beat her ass.
Oh.
That was one of the stories she would always, your grandparents always tell you a story back in the day because Esther Roll was jealous of her and she was coming at her. So my grandma Frances, she put the beats on Esther Roll, and I like Esther. Damn, James. But my grandma Frances didn't play.
Yeah.
And so we thought about canceling the show, but she wouldn't want that. And so we're going to move forward with the show.
Yeah.
We're going to laugh. We're going to do the things that we do in honor of Grandma Francis.
It was crazy. It was people, because, like, the building is buzzing. So it was people that I didn't even, like, wouldn't think would know her, like, was still, like, coming up. I was like, wow.
Yeah, she's been there.
Yeah.
And so they say when an elder passes away, a library burns to the ground. And in that sense, she was the final piece of an old era.
Of that block, yes.
Of that block.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, the condolences to the family and everything.
Thank you, guys.
And, we appreciate the support we're getting here. And the show must go on. Mm-hmm. So we will do what we do.
Absolutely.
And honor her in ways that she would like to be honored.
Yes.
So with that being said, the beginning of the week was filled with a lot of hip hop celebration. Mm-hmm. A lot of I'm not gonna go on a long rant today about hip hop and this and that, but I want to make a few points that I felt were needed to be made. Mama Dot has a beautiful way of getting me to see what sometimes I don't want to see. Mm-hmm. And that's what your partner is there for, to balance and put the mirror in your face with a lot of things. And so when I watched the Yankee Stadium performance, I thought overall it moved flawlessly. I thought it was too long. That was my only criticism.
Yeah.
It was 8 hours, and I was tired even watching on television to have that many people in an arena for that long. But I thought the show, moved along. I thought the greatest two performances for me was Fat Joe and Snoop.
Okay.
Those were my two.
You talking about like those sets?
Those sets.
Yeah, okay.
I thought Fat Joe's set was tight. It was quick. Mm-hmm. It was to the point, and he represented the BX.
Wow. Yes.
Well.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? He did his hits. He brought Peter Guns out. He did that underground anthem, and then he brought out KRS-One.
Yeah.
And they tore the building down in a very, calculated way. He brought Ashanti out there, Remy Ma. He did his thing. I thought Snoop's set, by him bringing out the new school in Scarlet, him bringing out his OG in Too Short, him bringing out DJ Hollywood, who does not get enough credit for this hip-hop culture.
Yeah.
And him doing his routine was monumental. And then, of course, the ode to Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh. You know what I mean?
He did that on his first album, so he was always...
Yeah, he did that on his first album, so that was true to form.
Yeah.
I didn't need Ice Cube's set at all. No disrespect, but he don't make, them songs that are, besides Today Was a Good Day, and, his classic albums really going at America. Yeah. So to speak. I could have used without that. The Run DMC set, I think people were just so tired at that point.
And you can't really get a sense of the crowd when you're live stream, when you're watching the stream. So on stage, they probably felt the actual energy.
Yes, and the love and the energy.
When you're watching, you can't really get a sense of what's happening. So.
Right. Nas' set was cool. He brought Cool G Rap out. That was super dope. And then he brought out Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, she was on time.
She was on time.
She was there, yeah.
And she rocked out. And so that also was nostalgic and great. They had all of the old school guys come on when the sun was still out.
Yeah.
And, again, my feelings with that were, y'all could have did better. But Wifey got me to see that hip-hop history, even though we celebrating 50 years, for you is only 30 years.
Yeah.
For Eli, it's only 23 years.
Yeah.
For Marcus, it's 37 years. And so it represents so many different things for so many different people. And so for their history. But I still say, and I'm going to stand on this, every region, state, borough, country has their own pioneers. And it would have been dope, because this is Live Nation we're talking about. Right? Mass Appeal, Nas was in conjunction if they would have gave a show on the West Coast.
Yeah.
You know how many legends they got out there? Del, the Funky Homo Sapien, The Mischiefs, Planet Asia, Raz Cass, Cam,
E40.
E40, Cypress Hill,
Yeah.
So I thought that they should have did their set.
Yeah, because what's his name had a real big problem. Uncle Luke had
Uncle
a big
Luke.
problem about like the lack of Florida rappers. And if Florida had their own thing, like it's a bunch of Florida legends, local legends that
So
could have
this
got
just
love.
reiterates my point. If every Atlanta could have did one, and then they could have streamed them all live simultaneously.
Yeah, that'd be
and you
fly.
could have tuned in
Yeah.
and caught this, and each and every one of them would have had the responsibility of bringing up an elder. Because what would have been cool is watching your parents go crazy, and you looking over like, why are they going? And then you get to understand why your parents were going crazy, because they would have had a chance to relive their childhood. But to try to condense all of that into one Yankee Stadium appearance,
Somebody's gonna get left out.
somebody's gonna get left out.
Or-
I missed Rakim. I missed Big Daddy Kane. I missed Public Enemy. Of course, a full KRS-One set. I miss Brand Nubians. I miss the Native Tongues. I miss Queen Latifah. This is just New York. I miss Lord Finesse. And so we just happen to have the pioneer of pioneers. So the New York show, LL Cool J, there was a lot to unpack. And for me to put my own criticism on them trying to conduct that in one show, I get it. But overall, I thought they moved the show along pretty well.
Yeah.
It looked like an amazing show to be a part of. Side note, I'm going to take you behind the scenes now. All of the high-profile rappers had these RVs, air-conditioned, with juice and ice and all of this stuff. And they put all of the pioneers in a hot-ass tent. And I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Right? Including Kool Herc, who was in a goddamn wheelchair. So this is where the corporate bullshit comes in.
Yeah.
Where y'all using these pioneers for another agenda. And I just think, to read the room, all of them rappers who always have RVs and tents, RVs should have gave that up so that these legends could have had a moment, the greatest moment that they will ever have, and make them feel like superstars. And all around the country, each and every region, pioneers would have been, and they could have gave them a piece of glass.
Yeah. Like,
a
an award or
50th
something.
anniversary, piece of glass. My grandkids, imagine being a pioneer and you've been telling your grandkids for years who you are. They go, yeah, right, Dad. And to see you admired and adored by so many fans, I just thought that would have been great. So not a criticism overall, but that would have just been super duper dope if that would have went down like that.
So Saturday.
Now Saturday, we went out to the free event by KRS-One.
Yeah.
The 5x5 stage event, a lot of walking. Oh my God!
But shouts out to all the Urban X
It was
Nation
a lot of
we
Urban
saw
X
out there,
Nation.
man.
People who came out, recognized us, was happy to see us.
We was happy to see y'all.
Hugged us, embraced us, took pictures with us. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And so that popped off, and we got to do that. I couldn't get backstage. I was very pissed.
Yeah.
Shout out to the brother who was working there who tried to do it.
Jonathan.
Thank you. Shout him out. He was trying to get us backstage where the real action was. Kyrie Irving was there.
Yeah.
I even DM'd him.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, Kyrie, me and Malcolm from Urban X are back. We outside.
Yeah.
Come get us. And he didn't make it. He didn't come out and get us. And so I was a little, but the show went on. They put on a monumental show. Public Enemy, Poor Righteous Teachers, KRS-One, CL Smooth, Fat Joe.
Oh yeah, he killed it again.
He killed it again. Yeah. So that show was free, and it was in honor of where hip hop started, and all of that kind of stuff. So that also went well. I didn't stay out there all day because, like I said, I expect to be treated with royalty. And if I got to stand out amongst the civilians for hours, from the commoners, I'm out. So, it was a monumental weekend from that end. Yeah. And I'm curious to see where this thing goes now. Like now that the birthday is technically over, do they milk it for the rest of the year with parties? That I am a hit. Oh, you got them vinyl for me? Yes.
Oh yeah,
Ultramagnetic, my man. Yeah, he's got an album cover of my album.
Yeah, somebody and so he was my pops was wearing his album cover shirt. A white dude from Germany.
Yes.
Came up and said he owns that album.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes. So international love.
Crazy.
But my
yeah.
man Ultramagnetic said, "Bro, I'm gonna give you this album."
Yeah,
and
that was dope. That was dope.
I don't have one, or it's buried somewhere, beat up. I am looking forward to that. So I thank you for the individuals who came out and recognized us and showed us love.
Absolutely.
It was well worth it. So now I want to see what the corporate sponsorship is going to be. They're going to keep it up?
No, they're not.
Oh, they're going to be like,
so
all right, and now it's over.
This is what I've learned. I feel like I've always known this, especially about humans, but definitely what we're going to witness in the next few years, especially with the museum that's going to open up in a few years, right?
Yes, that's next year.
That's going to be next year, right? So I've watched, like we watching like everybody get backstage or want to get back, and you're watching people like supplant themselves like in a certain place in history when they probably really wasn't there. You're going to see that quantum, especially when the museum comes, because when it comes to notoriety and black people.
Yes.
We have to implant, like, we don't like to honor nothing, but we have to implant ourselves somewhere where we really
and there's
shouldn't
gonna be
be.
Politics among politics.
It's nasty.
Among politics, because everyone is going to feel that they deserve a place
it's going to be nasty.
in this museum. And how come my shrine ain't as big as this one and that one? So I haven't even gone over to the museum.
You're going to see a lot of discrediting. Like, he wasn't even, he didn't even.
Yes, that's just the nature of us. I've been staying away from the museum, and I'm going to stay away from it because I know it's a lot of politics behind this and government officials. And, you know.
Great meeting you, too.
Yes.
Hala Shaw,
we appreciate it. Yes. And so it's going to be curious to see. Now, there are going to be small venues that throw up the 50th anniversary logo just to get people in their parties. But I'm curious about the sponsorship. Where does that go?
MF Doom passed away like last year, I think. Right? 2 years ago.
MF Doom passed away 2 years ago. Yes.
All right, so let's get the show started.
Let's get this. Let me take this.
Roll call. Wait.
Yeah, let's do a roll call.
Roll call real quick, then we're gonna get started.
Did you see Mr. Muhammad's freestyle about the number 9? It was phenomenal.
Also, Magoo passed. Yes.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Yep.
Timbaland
and Mr. Magoo. And he had his own unique style, distinct flavor style.
Voice.
Yeah. And so, he was 50 years old. Early words is he was having some heart issues.
So I saw Philly in the building. I see Alabama in the building. Real quick. Stanford, Connecticut in the house was good. DMV was happening.
The DMV.
Who else? Soundview was good.
In the building. BX, throw your X's up.
South Dakota, wow.
Tuskegee, Alabama, okay.
BK in the building.
Corona, Queens, New York, New Orleans, Watts.
Phoenix, Arizona was
Boston,
good.
Boston, Texas, Vegas.
Thank you. Sacramento.
Sac in the building.
Harlem, USA. Wisconsin. Thank you guys for joining.
Thank you for joining and spending some time with us.
Yes.
As we live, learn, laugh, and love.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, news today: Clarence Avant, also known as the Black Godfather.
The Black Godfather.
He passed away today at the age of 92.
I think it was 92 years old.
He passed away, and this is some people, like, I remember what I was watching on the timeline. Some people were saying, I feel like I just heard this guy's name for something else, and it's because his wife was killed in a home invasion.
Right.
That happened like last year or something like that.
About a year and a half, maybe year and a half ago. And he was the Black Godfather who I had never heard of.
Yeah.
And that's the way a Godfather is supposed to operate.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I was watching a documentary on HBO or one of them
It
channels.
was on Netflix.
On Netflix. And
Yeah.
I'm like, his connections with the Jewish mafia, the Italian mafia, and his ability to sit in rooms with decision makers, and him being the common denominator
Of a lot of
things.
black entertainers.
Black entertainers.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama was not scheduled. He was scheduled to speak at the Democratic National Convention, but it was not to be televised. He was just going to speak. And after he called Clarence, next you know he was televised, and the rest is history. That kind of power where Michael Jackson was suing one of them.
I think Universal.
Universal for using his music, or I forget all of the details. When Avant sat in the room and got everything cleared away, so he was the go-to man of a lot of things. He knew a lot of things, knew how this industry worked, and so our condolences to him. His daughter now works.
Her husband is like the
CEO of Netflix.
Yeah.
But she had got a job with the Obamas for years.
With the Clintons.
The Clintons. I'm sorry. You know me. I'm liable to make
I think
lies or mix some things up. And so he's gone. Our deepest condolences to him and his family.
Definitely watch his documentary on Netflix.
Please watch it.
It's like I promise you, I'm watching this like, how the hell?
Yes.
Like they told the story of the Michael Jackson thing, and it's everybody's lawyers on both sides. And they said, who is he? And they said, well, he represents everybody here.
He represents everybody here.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he know where all the bodies is buried.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it a bean.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
So,
and when he was down on his luck, his people bailed him out, and the rest was history.
So I saw Gene Deal put it out there that Jay-Z is shaping up to be the next.
I said that last year. I said he's out in L.A. Him and Diddy are going to be fighting to go back and watch it, assume that position of the one you have to go to get things done. And so I would not be surprised. First of all, side note, where was Jay-Z doing the Hip Hop 50th?
So
where was Diddy doing the Hip Hop 50th?
Yeah.
Where was Dr. Dre doing the Hip Hop 50th?
Yeah.
We know where Eminem was. He was taking shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just curious. Are they too big for the culture now?
Probably.
This is your foundation.
Yeah.
Is this culture?
Yeah, probably.
So
Well, Diddy has a lot going on.
yeah, but we would have still
Yeah.
liked to hear from him because he's probably made the most money or one of the top beyond getting into the ones who make the real money. Talking about, black folks. Him, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre.
One of the things I've always really resented is people who used hip hop culture, and as soon as they have the opportunity to leave and just kind of shed that identity, they do.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? And that's what Damon, I know he talks a lot about Jay-Z and Rockefeller. I'm tired of hearing about it, but the last thing I heard him say that I really agreed with was when he's talked about how Jay-Z always felt insecure about being a rapper and
So
wanted
he
to be
led
a
with business.
Yeah, everything he did was he led with business instead of him actually being a rapper, which he was. And when you think back, you go, yeah, I can see that.
Yes.
And the fact that don't go to no award shows.
Yeah.
Don't the fact that you don't show up at this unless it's your museum.
Yes.
Museum exhibit, and that's the only thing you show up to. I think
which is a goddamn Trump move.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a move in which, like, okay, we know what you've done here. The museum would have been better having Biggie, Big Daddy Kane, all of the legends of Brooklyn, and then maybe having you at the top floor of it, so to speak. And maybe because these individuals would really look down on, they don't care how much money you make, you're still a rapper. You're still a ball player. You entertain us, nigga. So I don't care how much money you make, and maybe he was trying to shed that But you are who you are. Your money came from selling, not crack. Yes, from digital crack, right? And clothing and album sales and tours, and then you segued into liquor and whatever else it is that you do to make money now. But the culture, and he did the same thing. It's weird. He inducted the Furious Five into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He looked disinterested. He didn't even go backstage to shake their hands. And Raheem from the Furious Five said that. He said he didn't even come back and big us up and greet us and like, yo, brothers up. He did none of that. So is he above? Now, Diddy has his own issues. I understand why Russell Simmons wasn't there.
Yeah, you better believe it.
I understand why Africa Bambaataa wasn't there.
You better believe he wasn't there either.
I get it. Y'all niggas stay far away. But somebody like Jay-Z, who's now sitting and is now the gatekeeper, or one of the gatekeepers, and why not Dr. Dre?
That too. Yeah.
I'm saying,
like these are people who owe their fortunes to at the basic level rapping, making beats, doing whatever. Like you are of hip hop, and you just kind of I don't know. I've always resented that.
I did, and then to me their absence was blatant. It was a blatant absence of them.
Yeah.
And so, there's secret wars going on. I didn't see no Zulu Nation at none of those events.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, Africa Bambaataa or somebody may have put out the word.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the real history of hip-hop, because they do stuff like that. While y'all think everything is kumbaya, it's not. Because I didn't see no Zulu Nation jackets. Usually, Zulu was in there thick just to represent and let you know. I didn't see none of that. So they may have put out the word, we are, we abandoning this event. And so,
Doo-doo Nation.
It is, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. Just saying from a historical perspective, what it is,
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So we talked about this fire that happened in Maui last week, right?
Ooh.
And you asked me how did this happen? Did any word come out about how this happened? And I was getting really mixed. It was wildfire. It was this, that, and just the lack of coverage I saw, the mixed information I saw. I said something more to this. It has to be, right?
Yes.
And then I started seeing, and then the internet, you start seeing more and more information. People on the ground talking about what happened.
Yes.
Talking about what they see as opposed to what's being reported.
Yes.
Background information about the island, about who's trying to get land on the island, who has land on the island, whose land didn't get touched during this whole thing on the island. Right? Talking about Oprah Winfrey. Apparently she has already thousands of acres of land on that island already, and it didn't get harmed.
And she's buying an additional
she's buying more.
870 acres of the burnt up land.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is suspicious all the way through, guys.
And there are already citizens on that land who are already anticipating outsiders being able to come in and just buy up all their land.
Yes,
because
they
that's going to
already
happen. That's going to happen.
From what I understand, they already got a construction team ready to make this happen.
And I saw pictures, don't know how real they are, of beams hitting buildings. Don't know how real they are.
Well, I do understand and believe in direct energy weapons.
I do too, but I'm just...
You got to take it at face value because it is the internet. But if you're going to tell me certain trees are still standing...
Yep.
And the fire went around. Oh, my bad, son. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go around you and burn this shit up. Oh, my bad. I see. Then you telling me to not believe to abandon common sense.
And I'm hearing that there's supposed to be a meeting on that island about digital,
they're supposed to make it a digital hub
city
with big skyscrapers and
it's supposed to be governed by AI.
The whole city, they wanted it to be governed by AI.
Right.
and the natives of that land who don't care about your money, and they've been telling Americans, please stay away because
leave.
the vibration you're
Yes.
bringing here
Yes.
is screwing up our land. I saw a documentary on this years ago
Yeah.
on how they're slowly stealing the Hawaiian people's lands. And so now your government will have unique ways to go, it's another way we could do this. And what you're seeing is the byproduct of that because, and they said it coming from the east is almost impossible for gusty winds to come through. Guys.
Yeah.
It makes zero sense.
And the police chief, who was also...
Did you hear him?
Apparently, that police chief is the same police chief that worked in Vegas during 2019 during the Vegas shooting. Okay. Also allegedly, but right? Okay. So he also said something about it seems like it was an explosion.
He was making weird comments about bombs, explosions.
And then I want
Did you guys summed it back around to global warming? He
did
threw
you
some
guys
other
see
shots.
Joe Biden's tweets? Did y'all hear him?
He said the money is already in place. The sheriff. He said the money came in quick. The whole thing just.
Joe Biden said, and I just thought this was nuts too. I wanted to get the actual tweet. He said something like, "We are laser focused to
address this situation.
To address this situation, everybody's getting a one-time payment of $700. We got Red Cross and FEMA on the way." I was just like, dude,
bro.
And this is after again he asked for $24 billion for Ukraine.
Yes.
They just sent another $500 million in weapons over to Ukraine today. They asked him about comments on the Maui situation. He said no comment. Then went home. This is on his golfing vacation. And listen. You don't got to be a Trump supporter. I am not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump voter. But this guy that y'all marched and did the Cupid Shuffle for, and rest in peace DJ Casper.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Did the Cupid Shuffle for in the streets. This is what he's doing.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? This is your leader. This is your president.
He's going to go down as the worst president ever. When it's all said and done. Ever. You better believe it. Because somebody got their hand up his back anyway. This is bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So our condolences, and the death toll is far greater than they are reporting.
I saw a death toll of 89. I said, there's no way.
Impossible.
Just looking at the island, there's no way.
Ain't no way
2,400 buildings already burned. I'm like, it's no way.
Smoke alone would kill more people than that.
It's no, and you have to get off the island, so everybody got to have access to boats.
Yeah.
It's no way. So I'm hearing in the thousands.
Yes.
Okay, I saw somebody who said they were there and saw hundreds of bodies over. Like,
yes. Come on, man. Come
on.
And the fact that we are in an age now where information can leak.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And get out to the public, and so you have the the information available.
Yeah. So, side note, so you guys remember when Trump first got elected, Nipsey Hussle and YG put out that song, F Donald Trump?
Yes.
YG said he's voting for Trump in 2024.
Wow. It's that damn bad. I put out a song called F this dude and I'm going to vote for him.
Yeah. Benny the Butcher said he's voting for Trump, and everybody's like, how could you? And he just like, listen.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Listen.
Yeah. Time for a commercial break?
Yes. Yeah. Is it time for a commercial? Yes, it is time for a commercial break. We will be right back.
This summertime on Patty Z Radio, each and every Saturday, DJ Z drops some cool summer romance jams from 8 to 10 p.m. London time. Follow at Patty Z Radio on Instagram and Twitter for more info. Patty Z Radio, get lost in music. Patty Z Radio, get lost in music. Patty Z Radio, get lost in music.
Welcome to www.presto.shop, your personalized photo creations. We have everything from hoodies to t-shirts, keychains, mugs, and cups. Our items make great gifts for graduations, birthdays, celebrations, holidays, and so much more. So reach out for any special occasion and send your pictures over, and we can turn it into something beautiful and spectacular. We specialize in everything from rugs, blankets, pillows, cups, and so much more. Contact us today at support@presto.shop.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Ascending Infinite Goddess Chanel, and I just wanted to come and connect with you, share some of my time and energy with you, and let you know that despite what you may be feeling during this spiritual journey, you are not alone. I know it may feel like you're going crazy because that's how I felt at the beginning too, but know that you have your entire spirit team, your ancestors, your angels, your higher divine self, just waiting to connect with you. So if you're looking for confirmation, or you're looking for some answers, you're looking for someone that can help you on this spiritual journey path, visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess, and let's grow together. I'm here to help you. Thank you for sharing some time with me, wealthy family.
And we're back.
And we're back. Please support those small independent businesses.
Yes.
Who depend on
Absolutely.
your support to keep their thing going. And so shout out those businesses. We have Abundance Child, Drop Squad Kitchen, Expertise Extraordinaire,
Vegan cooking.
Vegan.
You didn't even say what she did.
I'm going to say it now. Vegan Alchemist.
Yes.
Whose classes are already in there for the members.
Yes.
Right after the next break, we're gonna bring her on.
Yes.
And we're gonna talk.
So those classes are in the membership right now, in our Urban X University. We got some classes from Brother Oba.
They dropped today.
Tomorrow, as soon as we get off.
Yeah, as soon as we get off. We'll put that in there. Oba went all the way in.
Yeah.
And delivered the goods for us. And we'll be interviewing him Thursday.
Okay.
So we're gonna keep this thing moving, providing what we think. It's things you can use in your everyday life, things that's going to enhance your world. Side note, I am dealing with a major injury.
Go ahead.
Don't laugh, Malcolm. This is a major injury.
Oh.
I cracked my left rib.
You didn't crack anything.
I did, Malcolm.
You didn't crack anything.
I was sitting in my massage chair, and I went to get the remote, and it looked close. I'm like, I could get up and get that, and I should have probably got out of the chair to get it, and I did an extra stretch.
You ever see that gif of the little dog reaching for the...
Yeah!
Yeah, that was you.
And I heard something go, just a little pop.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, when you're in your 50s, like, it had a delayed effect, so for 2 days, it was no injury.
Yeah.
I said, I'm good. And then the shit has got, like, dementia.
Yeah.
My pain has dementia and decided to kick in 2 days later.
Yeah.
And, dude, I am in tremendous pain. I'm up here laboring. Give me $5 in the chat.
Join the membership.
Join the membership.
It's $5 a month or $50 for the year. September 1st, prices go up. So you want to join that. If you join now, the price stay the same for you.
Forever.
Ever.
Yeah, and so it is bad.
Jeez, man.
Jeez.
Gotta get it together, man. Get it together. So, if you guys remember Michael Oher, former, I think, left tackle for the Baltimore Ravens. He was the subject of the movie The Blind Side. That movie won an Oscar from Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
Who was like, Michael, we are your family.
Yeah, we gonna do everything for you.
You protect his blind side, and you are stupid, but we need to train you up.
Yep, train you and teach you how to speak and
play some football.
And play some football, because you don't know nothing. You just a big nigga. And we, the white savior family, who doing this out of the kindness.
Now we want you to go to Tennessee.
Go to Tennessee. That's our favorite school now.
But you can go to Ole Miss.
You can do what you want to do. But out of the kindness of good white folks' heart, we gonna train you up, teach you to speak, and you were sleeping on the floor. Oh, not here in this good white folk house. You not gonna sleep on the floor. We gonna provide, and then you hanging around with my little kids. Normally, I would feel like this is a dangerous situation with you, big ass, nigger, around my kids,
around my daughter
in particular. But we trust you, nigger, and we gonna provide this for you. And then, as you make it, as you did, you decided to take care of us too. And we made a movie about it.
Yeah. And took all the money.
Took all the money.
But we helped you, Michael.
But we helped you, and now the truth's coming out.
Yeah. So, yes.
They didn't know this nigga at all. This nigga didn't even know these niggas. These white folks.
According to Yahoo Sports, Michael Oher says he was never adopted.
Never.
He was tricked into a conservatorship. Remember, that's what Britney Spears was under. Remember, she didn't really have rights to her own stuff.
Yes.
He didn't see the Blind Side movies, money, none of that stuff. And yeah, apparently he is suing.
Yes, good for him. God damn it. Damn right we're gonna sue.
Yep.
Do me greasy like that.
So, this is crazy because I heard that a lot of the stuff in the movie was not true, and he was actually unhappy about the movie years ago.
But when you do movies, there has to be some creative... when they do the Black Dot movie, there's gonna be some shit in there that you go, my dad didn't do none of that shit. But for the movie's sake, you know what I mean? You gotta, some of it. You sell a story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Black Dot was out here in the street, you know what I'm saying? He was a secret hitman. Doing all this shit, he had, and then he changed his life.
Because the old guy he robbed gave him
a VHS tape of Bobby Hemmett, and
a copy of the ISIS
papers. And Black Dot went home, and he changed his life, man. It's gotta be some shit in it. You ain't just watch this shit. So it's gotta be some shit in the story that says these things.
Yeah.
And so that's what they did with him. They turned him into a goyim. Yes?
Absolutely.
Which
Absolutely.
I told y'all, that's what affluent white people will do. They will search and scour our neighborhood and find them a goyim. And I also told you, if it's an athlete, you keep the women and drugs away from him and allow him to train.
Yeah.
Give him hot meals, a blanket, somewhere to sleep, an environment where there's no shootouts. But get out there and shoot them jumpers. And get that thing going so we, as a white family, can get paid.
Yeah.
If he's a rapper, you give him the women.
Yeah.
You give him the drugs, and you let him wear the bandana, stay in the hood, but you come in and you check up on him, but make sure he got a nice car and some sneakers, and let that goyim perform his magic, and you then take him up to your buddy at Universal Records and say, this goyim is now ready, and you sign him and you get paid.
Yeah.
And that's how this thing goes. It just is what it is.
Again, I'm just curious to why now? You know what I mean?
He's probably
because
broke.
People read his book and said, he was playing football before. In the movie, you would have thought that little kid taught him how to play football with the hot sauce. And this is the running back, Michael. He was already playing football.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was already playing football, and they made him seem like a true white savior complex in movies. Like, that was it.
Yes, that's what they do.
But that wasn't it.
That wasn't
That wasn't the story.
And now he's suing.
He's suing.
Because he probably didn't make as much money playing football as you thought he did. First of all, if he was able to get goofy like that, then he probably didn't know how to take care of his money anyway. That he made from football. No disrespect, just calling it what it is. And so now he's suing him, and he should. I'm with him.
Absolutely. Get your money.
Get your money, man.
Get your money, black man.
Black man, gonna tell that fake ass story. Almost had me crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? The white family gonna do that for a black man who needed that help, man.
Yeah.
And shit, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So there was a high school Alabama basketball player who passed away at the age of 17 the other day. He collapsed
And died.
This is at practice. And I just got word that a former football player, he was 28, he just died. Alex Collins just died. So, and I'm getting, and it's funny because like I'm getting like DMs from people going like, nah, like what's happening? What is going on?
This ain't
here?
making no sense.
This is not happening.
Yeah.
Like this does not make any sense. A lot of people just want to know because the basketball player who just passed, 17 years old, he was like the
five star recruit.
Yeah,
or
he was like
something?
number 2 in the state. Something to that effect.
Yeah.
So our condolences, man.
Our deepest condolences to these guys' families, but something is not being told, or we're just choosing to ignore the elephant in the room.
That too.
And we do a lot of that in our community.
That too.
Because we don't want to ruffle any feathers. But like I told you, not only is the elephant in the room, the elephant has had babies now. That's how long the elephant has been in the room of the things that we refuse as black people to deal with in our community. And now the elephant has had babies and it's getting tight in this room, and something has to give. And each and every one of us here has a room with an elephant in it or two. You know what I mean?
And
our
that's
personal.
that's unrelated to the jab and stuff.
Now,
But
that's unrelated
like,
to the jab.
Yeah, that's like
that's
our
just
own.
the shit you need to be dealing with.
Yeah.
That you keep looking around, trying to look past the elephant, and the
Absolutely.
elephant's making. You ever smell elephant shit?
Yeah.
That shit clear out.
Yeah.
The circus. You know what I mean? And so, things that need to be dealt with. And the ironic thing, when an elephant gives birth, the elephant it gives birth to is big and you can't avoid. So it's time to start dealing with these elephants in your room, and the overall elephant collectively in our room is we don't want to deal with what we see going on.
Yeah.
And we know it's going on, so we tiptoeing around because we are afraid that somebody could take away some goddamn
Did you guys see
money
that the
or something? I don't know.
FDA now is suggesting that doctors prescribe ivermectin? Remember the drug
saw.
that they called horse paste or
They
the
call
horse
a horse
dewormer,
dewormer.
and vilified and were threatening to take doctors' licenses away.
All around the country who noticed that the ivermectin was working. It was cheap, over-the-counter stuff.
Couple cents,
Right?
It was a Nobel Peace Prize winning drug. I think it was over 100 years old.
Yes.
And the FDA, the media, everybody was vilifying this drug.
And they wanted you to take, what was the other drug?
Which one?
That they were, their shit that they wanted you to take.
The vaccine.
No, but it was a certain name. Prodefagen or
something like that.
Some shit that it was like, look, Deatherall. They created a certain name for it, and it was goddamn ridiculous, and it was so expensive because they wanted to make their money.
So now you can take it. So now you can take ivermectin.
Remdesivir. They was calling it when death is near.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes. Thank you. I love the people.
And they didn't want you taking hydrochloroquine as well, because apparently that helped as well.
Right. Because they wasn't gonna make their money.
Yeah.
And your man Rand Paul pressed Fauci again and said, "Did you guys receive bonus money?"
Oh, I saw a picture. I don't know how real it was, but I saw a payment schedule based on how many doses were administered per doctor.
And he just backed out and was like, "We don't have to discuss." So you made money off this too, and I'm hearing the numbers is up to $350 million or something crazy on bonuses.
Sheesh.
All right, so they played us. You know what I mean? And it is what it is.
Listen, Pete, when I say the older I've gotten, or the longer we've done this podcast, my hate for politicians, it has gone to like real extreme levels. Like I feel like these people are evil, yo.
Yes, and you're trying to ask these people to have a heart, to have, you know what I'm saying, a compassion and empathy, and it is what it is. This is the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's somebody said I wouldn't trust the ivermectin. Now I saw, you know what's crazy? I saw this.
No, it's the doses that you use of it.
Yeah.
So they were saying, obviously, if you use the doses that they gave the horses, the shit would kill you. But that was common sense. Even Joe Rogan said, I'm not going to induce myself with the amounts I would shoot on a fucking horse.
Yeah.
But if you bring it down to your size, weight, this and that, it's been proven that this works. Point blank.
Yeah, nuts.
Now, obviously, if you want to go the natural route and avoid it, that's the best. I don't think I need to say that.
Yeah, I've been watching people who on TikTok and stuff like that who talked about like curing their cancer and stuff like that from separate drugs that they got on Amazon. Like they just bought like just weird drugs on Amazon.
Cocktail that they created.
That they could create on their own. And
Yes.
it's like, like I had stage 3. And
That is a fact.
I was like, oh shit. Like, and that's more and more what you're seeing more and more because white people, black people, because like collectively our trust in the pharmaceuticals
It's done.
is way down.
That's done.
Way down. Craziness.
Yep.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So Lizzo was dropped from the Super Bowl halftime show consideration.
Aww.
Yeah, well, I think there was like 6 more women who came out and are trying to sue her as well. It's getting bad for her. Like a lot of people, and it is crazy because this is happening, but you're not seeing the same rhetoric that you would see when like Jonathan Major stuff was dropping.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
But this is her humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
She's gonna have to go through it. She gave us her whole ass to kiss a few years ago at the Laker game.
Literally. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's a phenomenal talent. Let's just call it what it is, a phenomenal talent. But she got cocky with it. You know what I mean? And just felt, you know what I mean? And then a lot of these behind the scene artists, the shit you hear is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And now it's coming back to bite her because the Super Bowl, well, that's big.
Yeah.
They call me right now. I'm getting the band back together. Shut up, nigga. We getting the band back together.
Yeah.
So that leads to sponsorships, this, that, and it takes you and puts you in another stratosphere. And so now she's got to deal with that. Yo, your man, Bobby Porter, or Ricky Porter, whatever the fuck his name is.
Who you talking about?
The Transformer. What's his name?
Billy Porter.
Billy Porter.
Yeah.
He looking bad.
Yeah.
He said he living check to check.
Yo.
He's starting to look bad.
Yo, but do you see like the house of cards of entertainment is falling?
Yeah.
Like you're seeing, because we just assume actors and rappers just all have money. No,
They don't.
No, they don't. G
don't.
Herbo got a credit card scam.
That was goofy.
That was dumb, but like credit card scam.
Yeah.
Billy Porter saying he's living check to check. Like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just have these visions, but you see when a
And
strike.
I know he's sick. I know he is. Since I wasn't referring to his illness.
No, you're talking about
I'm
finances.
talking about his finances.
Yes.
Not talking about his illness. I know he's dealing with some physical sickness. I wasn't even talking about that. I'm talking about what he looks like financially is what he's going through.
And then we see like a strike, writer strike, actor strike. So actors are like, yo, what happened, right?
Yeah.
When COVID happened and nobody could tour, we saw rappers doing wild stuff, right?
Absolutely.
We saw actors, rappers starting OnlyFans page. Like we just saw the desperation.
Podcast and all kind of shit that they wasn't doing before.
We saw the desperation from these people who we've helped societally wise, like, I don't know if there's a word, as at a real like high standard, on a high,
No, absolutely.
Pedestal, but you're seeing it's all a house of cards.
It's all a house of cards, man. And if you're not willing to go work at Happy Burger in these times of needs, then so be it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Is it time?
Oh, it's time for a commercial break.
It's not time for no commercial break.
Oh, okay. We got.
Okay, we do. We got.
So we'll be right back. Quick
We'll
commercial
be
break.
right
Quick commercial
back.
break. We'll be right back.
Tonight, there's growing outrage over this video showing at least 2 police officers in Kenosha, Wisconsin with their guns drawn, following 29-year-old Jacob Blake as he walks around the front of a gray SUV. We paused the video after he opens the door with his back to an officer. At least 7 shots can be heard.
Don't think we don't see your pain. I got a real mentality, a better view of reality. If this is life, then I'm battling. Hey, don't think we don't see your pain. I got a real mentality, a better view of reality. If this is life, then I'm battling.
Yeah, we at the old world famous Oasis, Alkaline Oasis, out in Brooklyn. And to commemorate 50 years of hip hop, I think it's important that we launch this series speaking about hip hop, its potential, its effect, and all that it has done, or, to our generation. And so, since I'm the elder, I'll open up.
Okay.
But I have 3 different generations of hip hop lovers with me. And so for 50 years, it's been a long journey, but I also think that it's important that everyone gets a chance to reflect on what hip hop meant to them when you fell in love with hip hop. So Eli, when did you fall in love with hip hop?
I fell in love with hip hop around 2009, 2008.
Who was the artist for you?
I would say probably Drake or Lil Wayne.
Drake or Lil Wayne. And these are monumental artists still to this day. Malcolm.
I would say, to be honest with you, I think my first was probably DMX. And then I got into Busta Rhymes because of his videos.
Yes.
And then I started watching Cash Money.
Yes.
Lil Wayne, that was my guy for a while, and then I came back to Lil Wayne once he started going on his run, and then I was in the car with Marcus. He was driving me, I think, to football practice, and a Biggie verse came on, and it was the most incredible thing I had ever heard in life. And then I went on my whole Biggie rabbit hole, Eazy-E rabbit hole. So I was kind of everywhere with it. Like, I didn't really have a set person I followed, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. And Marcus, you being the elder out of the 3.
The first experience I started to fall in love with hip hop was listening to Criss Cross.
Yes.
Jump.
I remember taking you to their
my first concert.
And you wore the clothes backwards. It was real
my first
cool.
concert. That was my first and last concert ever, as far as a music concert. And I had an amazing experience, even though I was sick. But that was a footprint in my hip hop journey, and ever since then, I've always learned to listen to different artists like DMX, Biggie. It took me a while to catch up to Jay-Z because he was so far advanced.
Yes.
But Criss Cross got everything started.
A better view of reality. If this is life, then I'm battling.
Peace, and we're back.
Peace. We are back in the building. Become a member. You get the full episode of this show. Urban X.
Yes.
Real mentality.
So you join that membership. UrbanX.NYC is $5 for the month or $50 for the entire year. You can join now, and then the price won't go up for you.
Right, because in September the price is going up. And so
new show, Real Mentality. Let's go check it out. We're getting some read the comments. We're getting some real good feedback.
We did a couple of episodes. We're gonna keep them coming, so that we as men have a place to be vulnerable, to share, to hold the line.
Yeah.
Right, hold the line. And without further ado, I want to take the time to introduce a beautiful sister I met maybe 10, 15 years back. Her energy has always been high, always been vibrant. She's always had a positive activist presence in the community.
Yes.
She's always been on the right side of the conscious community, as I like to call it. No dirt on her name, putting work in. What I didn't know is that she cooked this well. I didn't know she was a food herbologist, a food alchemist, a food chemist, or whatever you want to call it. And so when I found out that she had a spot called a Drop Squad, out in Delaware, and everybody kept talking about it. And her ability to transform the foods that you used to and like into a vegan dishes that you can enjoy that make you healthy, I was intrigued. And I said, if I'm ever in that region, I would come down. And, I didn't get a chance to because we were on our way to North Carolina.
You said Delaware, by the way.
Isn't it? No, she's in Delaware.
I think she's from Virginia.
No, I think it's Delaware. It is
see?
Delaware.
I'm lying. Don't
and
listen to
we
me.
looked on the map, and it was just way on the other side, and we couldn't do it. So without further ado, I want to bring in my sister, my friend, my comrade, Abundance Child.
Hey.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace. How are you, sis?
I am just right, coping, thriving, surviving all at the same time.
All right, man. It's good to see you. You look great. I love you and your daughter's relationship. It sort of reminds me of me and my son's relationship on how we connect here. And you're passing that wisdom down to the young queen. And so I always smile when I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's two of them, actually. They both run.
Oh, right. The younger one is now coming
20
into the mix.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Exactly. So tell me about your vision for the Drop Squad. How did it come about, and why did you think it was necessary, you know what I'm saying, to bring this about?
So I love what you guys do, podcasting. I used to do it myself. That's how I met you. I wasn't really making any money at the time. And that's because I was focused on nationality and birthright with the Moorish Divine and National Movement. I wanted people to be able to set up their trust. I wanted people to homeschool. I wanted people to birth their babies outside of the United States jurisdiction just by doing what we naturally do. And so I was making a small living for myself on Blog Talk Radio, doing big numbers at the time. But as I said, people didn't put their money where their mouth was, and I felt like it was a lot of talking. And I found myself getting ready to go apply for welfare, for food stamps. And I was like, oh, hell no. So I went back into the workforce, and I just kept getting fired. Like, nothing was working. And so my mom was like, you're always running up and down the road to King Simon lectures. At this point, I took over from where Polite had left off, and I was making all the food, and people were loving the food. And they were just like, are you cooking? Are you cooking? And my mom was like, stop running up and down that road. Why don't you just start selling your stuff out of Molly's Old Fashioned Ice Cream and Deli? Man, I started selling my food out of there. I had a 300% increase over whatever she was doing.
Wow.
And so she incubated me from 2012 to 2015. And I wanted her to just give me the business. She said, I ain't giving you nothing. You know what I mean? Like, if we just give you something, it's not going to work. So she said, you can buy it and you'll receive it back in your inheritance. My mom's always been like that business person. That's the one thing that I gained from her. So at the time, vegan hadn't really hit the first quarter of a 4-quarter, game. And so I'm in here. I'm actually friends with Dr. Savy. I've already had Phil Valentine, Queen of Fua, opened up for me for the Girls Society. All these people who are name brand now, they were just my mentors. They were just like Big Mom and Big Pops for me. And later on, this is how I'm coming in. I'm, rolling with Ali Muhammad, Chief Amaru now, and Inky, and all of these people. And that's how I'm opening up Drop Squad, not knowing that Abundance Child Worldwide, Abundance Child Live would propel me. And people remember me. So people are literally calling from Drop Squad. They were like, Sister Abundance, I was watching this show with you on Sonetta and all this type of stuff. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is Drop Squad. This is not Abundance Child Live. Yeah, but we wanted to know if you still know about more science and birthright and nationality. So there was a lot of transition from that because people really didn't know I cooked. They just saw Drop Squad Kitchen, and it wasn't a gimmick because what people didn't know is that I had been vegan since 1993 and I actually raised my children that way. And I found Drop Squad Kitchen as a tangible way to actually do the things that I talked about on my show as far as nationality and birthright. So that's how I got started. I bought the business from my mom in 2015. we're still going strong. I actually have a fundraiser out there right now to help us upgrade because I'm still working off the 1999 Molly's Old Fashioned Ice Cream and Deli blueprint.
Okay.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
we feel like the future is mobile. And I personally feel like the future with is with the youth. It's easier to teach the youth. So I have been running Drop Squad Kitchen as a private homeschool under Abundance Child Ministry, so that way I can run it as an ecclesiastical entity and show that this is my ministry, this is my religion. I don't want to be taxed to do what the Most High put me here to do.
Right.
It was
Right.
humorous on the show. I was very popular. However, the reason why I wasn't making finance is because I was not in alignment with my destiny. My destiny is for me to be healing people. My destiny is to be able to manipulate energy and show people that we can create. And when you create, you can be a leader. And as
Yes.
long as you're in alignment with your destiny, everything will be in alignment. So as it's not luxurious working 12 to 8 open to close 7 days a week.
Yes.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
people don't.
luxurious as going up to being in Grand Central Station and people were like,
Right.
oh my God, I listen to your show. I know that voice. That was great. It did a lot for my ego and my personality. It did a lot for my numbers, but it didn't feed my actual destiny. And that's why I was not making the finances that abundance should be making. So that's exactly what's happening now. A lot of people know Drop Squad Kitchen. We've been voted best in Delaware a few times. We got voted best in United States.
What part of Delaware?
That wasn't good enough. What I realized was that I need to use Drop Squad Kitchen as a place to be teaching people how to liberate themselves with economics. I use Drop Squad Kitchen as a home economics environment. So that kitchen is an actual school. This is where you're going to learn mores, you're going to learn values, you're going to understand how to have a relationship with a very powerful mothering type of woman who many people assume that, oh, this is a lot of masculine energy. No, this is that
No,
that
no.
mother of all the Orisha energy known as Nana Baruku in some religions. Like I'm fully initiated into an African traditional religion. And I use that in order to teach home economics. Like I am the HMIC, the head mother in charge, the chief food alchemist, the executive chef. I was
Yes.
breaking all that down, to my daughter. I was like, and to some of my staff, I'm like, don't you ever disrespect the chief in here. Like, you don't understand that person does not get paid to make sure you get paid. She has worked 12 to 8 open and close since she was like 10 years old, right? So we use this as a way to educate people. So that's where the new Drop Squad Kitchen is going. The new Drop Squad Kitchen wants to create a copy and paste corporate center in Delaware that will be the rites of passage franchisee management program for the youth. Meaning you can come in and you can learn the abundance method from me. I don't know who is better with teaching food alchemy than me personally.
Let me
I
ask
just
you.
don't.
Let me ask you right there. Not only we're gonna drop a bomb to
I
that,
had to.
you know what I mean? Because that's crazy. But when we speak about food, I tell people, be careful of the people making your food because it's energy. It is all spiritual. And the reason Big Mama's food tasted so well is because Big Mama made food with love.
Yes.
Can you speak about your energy, which is always high? And is that something you incorporate into, the learning process to make sure people's energy is not toxic and their chakras are open and they have an auric field of negativity around the creation that they're putting together?
One of the first rules when you become a minister or a servant in Drop Squad Kitchen, because we don't do slavery, we don't have any employees at all. We're not paying anybody any wages. We provide food, shelter, clothing, transportation, communication, education, and a living stipend, which is not taxable to all of our servants. You are there because you want to be there and you want to learn. So if you are late, we're not doing the first write up and all that type of stuff. You're getting charged. You're getting fined $25 for being late. If you break something or you're doing something out of order, like disrespecting your $25 fine for that. And the first rule when you come into Drop Squad Kitchen, everybody has to get a hug. We need you to leave everything outside, and we need to show that we are on one accord and we are on Team Abundance time. Team Abundance time. Before you even get to the back, you're passing a shrine. People know. Some people can't even stay in Drop Squad Kitchen because we have energy in there. We start smudging and saging and praying, and next thing you know, people are running out. We are not playing with this business that we are in. We are in the business of family. We are in the business of nation building. All right. So it started out with myself, with my unit. So the first thing you do when you come in, everybody gets a hug. That shows up. That shows up that you're ready to show up and deal with the mores and values that you signed up to when you decided to come into this ministry, which is Abundance Child Ministries, which is underneath Intercontinental Church of Nature. Doesn't matter what your religion is. We don't care.
Right.
But we are part of Intercontinental Church of Nature. So the first recipe, when everybody gets, you have to be vetted for almost 3-4 years. There's people who've been working at Drop Squad Kitchen for years and still don't work with the food because you're doing service, you might be doing dishwashing, you might be doing cleaning, but you don't get to work with the food other than putting that food in the bag and things like that, because you have to be able to show character. You have to be at a master level before you're able to even get a recipe. And the first recipe, for those people who know, the very first ingredient is love. For everything. You got to put love on it. I will shut down the store. I have been known. They'd be like, we don't like your business model because you're open. I don't care. Me and my family are having an issue. My daughters, we're family, so we can fight it. I got 2 daughters.
Yes.
So we're going to have arguments. Close the door. We're going to hash this out up in here. Because if my daughter could be in the back and she's talking back and forth, close the store. We're gonna deal with this because no food is going to be made with that type of attitude. You slamming stuff, you talking crazy, you disrespecting your mom. You got that rule in kindergarten. Honor thy mother and thy father, and your days will be longer.
Yes.
And I mean that because Iyami, women, the great primordial mothers, just like Bill Cosby, we brought you into this world, we could take you out. And I mean that. We take you out by the way that you treat us. If you want to honor your ancestors, you honor your living ancestors. You don't be in here mouthing off because you're shortening your life, because I'm the one that created you. That is the energy that we have. And so we have the Girls Society, which are girls ages 7 to 20 that come in and they intern. After they intern, they are guaranteed a job. The people who teach them are Order Mother Earth. They are 21 and over, and they are vetted and they are fully initiated. This is not a game. So the way Drop Squad Kitchen is going is to become, for the record, a private homeschool. Private versus public. That way nobody can come in here and tell us how to do our business. I don't need a 501c3. We went on the record in the public as a church and as a ministry. In the private, that's our business. That's foreign, right? So not only are we cooking food, but we're teaching people how to do business within the business. You have to understand accounting. You have to understand bookkeeping. You have to understand how to schedule. You have to understand interpersonal relationships. All of these things is in a homeschool environment.
Do you also teach young men, or are they allowed to sign up as well?
Order of Mesa, Order of the Sun.
Okay.
Same ages. And I work with Ramiel Albay. I don't know if you know who that brother is. Great astrologer. Also worked with the Morris Divine National Movement. He writes our curriculum. I actually pay for it. Like, I'm not playing. If I find somebody that's out there that's a brother, then I have those brothers working with Order Mother Earth, because why else are we here other than to find partners and to find our balance and to find, our balance? So divine masculine, divine feminine, we need that. I am known. Absolutely. I do not want all masculine energy or all female energy on a shift. So we got a sister in the back. I need a brother in the front. We got a brother in the front. We need a sister in the back. Absolutely. That's how we roll.
So tell me about this GoFundMe you have going and how people can sign up and donate. I know you did one recently and you reached a preliminary goal, but we here at Urban X, first of all, we are so thankful for the classes that you took time to curate for our team, for our members, because we wanted something special for our members. And I can see the love and energy and dedication that went into that. And we want to thank you for that. But we also want to get behind what you're doing. So how can we donate and how can we, be involved?
So what you're talking about is a GoFundMe that I did a while ago because it was just very slow and I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I needed $12,894. I posted that on a Monday. I raised $16,000 by Wednesday, shut it down. I didn't want to be greedy.
Right.
Then I was like, you don't want to go get, I didn't use any, I never took any loans. I never did a paychecks protection. I never did any of that COVID stuff. Didn't want to be greedy and didn't want the government in my money, in my business. Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I really want to take Drop Squad Kitchen to the next level. I keep seeing businesses open up within a 5 mile to 30 mile radius and they just fail within 2 to 3 to 5 years. I have been going since 2012 strong without taking anybody else's money, using Drop Squad Kitchen as my Girl Scout cookies. All right. So I decided to use an investment platform, which is Honeycomb Credit. And on the public side, I had to go through a rigorous investigation through the SEC. That's showing people that this is an investment platform. Instead of just going through GoFundMe and you put up $100 and you don't get anything except to see your sister doing it, you could put $100 up and that's a small amount and you can get $5 to $12 back. You put up $1,000, you could get more money back. So this is for people who are serious and really want to see their sister prevail and also want to make money back. That's via Honeycomb Credit. You can go on Honeycomb Credit and look for Drop Squad Kitchen and you will find it. What I've been doing is I've been only sharing it with my personal network of friends and family and asking them to share it with their email network. Tomorrow, I'm going to go live on social media. I wanted social media to see that I was already backed by just friends and family. So I'll go on social media and what's going to happen is I've already been approved to get investments up to 100K. And I need that. Why do I need that? So that I can upgrade Drop Squad Kitchen, get new refrigeration, new freezers, new flooring, make the ticket time be quicker. So instead of a 45-minute ticket time, because I'm like, listen, we make everything from scratch. We cook like we're from home.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
yeah.
Like when you get mac and cheese in our restaurant, it's not in a holding pot. We literally bake it upon order. It's a 16-minute mac. We're not frying anything. All right. So that means that if you want candy yams or something like that, it's going in the oven for the first time that you get it. We want people to get real food made by real people, made with real love.
That's dope.
Right.
I put the link in the chat, guys.
We need energy efficient equipment to fulfill that vision.
Process. Yes, yes.
And with that said, we'll be able to make more money so that we can get an energy efficient mobile unit that somebody who's been training, for example, one of my daughters, let's say she wants to be in Atlanta. Why don't you open up a Drop Squad chicken truck in Atlanta?
Yes.
Based off of our numbers and our financial projections, you should be able to make at least 400 to 500K by being in just one place. And how would you do that? We're buying the unit like McDonald's bought real estate. You purchase the unit and you purchase that unit through the salary that you're making. Let's say I'm going to pay you $65,000 a year to be a Rites of Passage franchisee management partner. $25,000 of that will go towards the purchase of your truck. So you'll absolutely be getting a $40,000 stipend, but the rest of that money will be going towards your truck. You'll be paying me 10% of your revenue, but you're also going to be paying money to get in. How are you going to be paying that money to get in? Because you are a manager. You're still going through the Rites of Passage program. Once you have completed the Rites of Passage program, then that truck is yours, and all you got to do is pay me my royalties.
That is an awesome.
Deep, yeah.
I you know what? I think I'm signing up. I'm gonna get me a truck.
We want to be in all food deserts. Food deserts look like how Delaware was. Nobody had a vegan restaurant. I was the first. I would like to go to Selma, Alabama next. Selma, Alabama is historically indigenous, Aboriginal, Black. They are ready for me. I already have a place set up, and let me go in there and let's put a franchisee management partner there. Now, I don't suggest that a franchisee management partner go into a brick and mortar because that's more overhead.
Yeah,
I am suggesting that you come in and partner with me with a food truck, or nobody's going to outdo me on my sauces, Buffalo Soldier sauce, New Jerusalem dressing, church
know.
Every single thing that we have created a product for. We have Thorough Thursdays, which is your sound right reason to take the mic. That is something that is even going to be on the road at Happy Natural Day on August 24th with Duran Chavez and Dead Prez, and I'm going to be doing a cooking demo there. This is something brothers and sisters can take on the road as a franchisee management partner. Let's say you just want to do, like I said, the sauces and the seasonings, and you want to do distribution and things like that. Let me get you set up with a building. Let's say you just want to do a takeout business where you just are in a building and all you're doing is you're not even actually there. You just got the food there and the people are ordering, like, you know what I mean? There's so many opportunities and I've done them all. So I'm looking for the people to help me organize this first Drop Squad Kitchen to be the copy and paste blueprint so that we could take this on the road and I can be there and I'm training people like this is the new Job Corps.
I love it. Let me ask you a question. Give me some of the famous things on the menu because I've seen some of your fried chicken and this and that, and not only does it look good, I heard it tastes amazing. What's the go-to?
So let's do this real quick. The go-to, looking at my numbers, and I'm doing it as the go-to because people do need to know. So let's go to my reports. Let's go to sales. Let's go to year. Let's say the go-to right now is the V steak. That's our house-made ribeye steak that we slice like deli meat, season, brown, and cut into a vegan cheesesteak. We make our own cheese, our own everything, right? That in the last year made $23,551 alone.
Damn.
$23,000. So you trying to tell me you can't open up a food truck and just sell the V steak? The Marley was the next thing that made $13,570. That's our barbecue jerk chicken kale salad.
Damn.
We make our own sauce with the New Jerusalem sauce. We make our own barbecue. We make our own meat. Cut that up into jerk chicken. Fresh mango, fresh avocado, red onion, kale, cherry tomatoes. The next one is the curry goat. Why is it called the curry goat? Because it is the greatest of all time wrap. Made with curry chickpeas, greens, and candy yams. It is your African American roti. That made $11,674. We're not even at the end of the year. These are the numbers right now. So this is a truck that somebody could go in and say, hey, I just want to sell the curry goat. You know what? That New Jerusalem made $33,000 just selling 16 ounces of New Jerusalem dressing. We could just sit from home and just co-pack that and ship that off. I'm telling y'all, this is the way that we could build a nation. We could have 400 acres instead of the people coming in and getting us like they did Dr. York. You got your land over here for an acre. You got your land over here. And this is how we build nationality. This is how we create the nation.
Well, where can you be
finance,
reached?
Uplift the nation.
Where can you be reached?
302-668-6677. That is my personal mobile number. Do not call me, just text me.
302
668
668
6677.
6677. Abundance Child, we thank you. That was enough for us to sit here and process. You dropped drop squad bombs on our head.
And if you want a sneak peek at some of her recipes, or one of her recipes,
some of the things she's cooking up for you, hit
the membership.
Hit the membership.
Has a 3-part series going through how she make her red stew sauce, all of that stuff.
It's in there.
Super, super dope. Go check it out.
And we want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. We love you, and we will be donating and getting involved.
Thank you.
Peace, sis.
Peace.
Man. Yeah, the business plan. I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting any of that.
Now that is a PhD level business plan.
Yeah, and I appreciated her for talking about that because we listen to business podcasts. We listen to people online, faking it till they make it. But the things that she's talked about, her business going through, just the challenges, like the learning curves, keeping books, like
absolutely.
all that stuff. Nobody talks about, and everybody glosses over it. Oh, I just made 100,000 in 30 days. Like, no, business
don't work that way.
Don't.
And when she made mention that sometimes she can't get paid, so the staff can get paid. We understand that
Absolutely.
because we get paid based on whoever's bills is.
Absolutely.
Sometimes whose bills is up right now. That's who gets paid. So it's important to see that side of this. And I love she had step-by-step plans laid out. And I think I might just drive to Delaware, and we might.
Yeah, I'd be in Delaware. I could check that out.
Yeah, we might just have to get
Wilmington, Delaware,
and take a ride down there. I might just have to ride down.
Yeah.
And try some of that stuff.
I thought it was Virginia. You was telling me Virginia. It's fake news over here.
I'm
bro.
fake news. Don't ever
Fake news
listen
over
to
here,
anything I say.
Yeah, man.
So shout out Abundance Child. We put the link in the chat.
Oh,
there.
Alejandro never get paid. We don't pay him.
Alejandro don't ever
He
get
don't
paid.
ever get paid. You know
I be
what I'm
like, ice. He be like, I'm not thirsty. I be like, no, ice.
Yeah.
You don't want me to call ice.
And the people who have watched some of her course in the membership said like it was really dope. So
no, she knows what she's doing, and we're thankful that she aligned with us so we can bring those gifts to you.
Yes. They talking about they said they got to run that through JT the pocket watcher now.
Got to run that by JT.
Yeah.
That was King Simon in the chat.
Yes.
Shout out King Simon.
Yes.
King, I'm gonna need to call you because we're gonna need some exclusive classes.
Numerology.
But I need you. You're so advanced with it. I need you to
bring it down.
Yeah. This is the number 2. Like on Sesame Street, the number 2.
Yeah.
And then, move up a level and then have an advanced level for the Urban X members. So I will talk to you soon about that as well.
Yes. All right.
Okay, so do we have to switch these mics?
Wait, that's...
No.
What is like... Yeah, are you okay?
We don't have to switch.
No, we do, but like, why? Like, does everything have to like...
I annoy you, don't I?
You don't know.
I did.
Yo,
Malcolm, I told you.
Listen. There is supposed to be like, a magic of show business, right? I was gonna hit the sound like put the camera on him, and I was gonna make something happen. But you can't help yourself.
Okay, this is what I want you to do. Just punch me in the face. I told you I'm giving you one punch, and you've been holding it for years. Just punch me in the face, man. Just make it happen, man.
No, man.
Just don't hit me like
no, man.
Don't put a ring around my
I'm telling you,
eyes
I saw a funny Facebook post, and it was just like, when you hit the age where you gotta raise your parents. I'm that. He don't know no technology. I gotta find stuff for him. Malcolm, it's in your hand. Oh, that's him now. And I didn't think I'd ever get to this point. I didn't think I'd ever get to this.
Punch me in the face. Just go ahead, man. Just go for it, man. One punch.
Goodness, man.
So now put the camera on me.
Yeah, so I can fix up the mics.
And I can act like that never happened. Yeah. And you can.
We're not doing it now.
Fix up the mics.
We're not doing it now.
And
we're not doing it now.
Yeah. So let me get a story started.
No, I'll get.
Let me get a story started.
I'll get a story started.
Yeah, get a story started.
Okay. We were talking about, we can leave the Obama thing for the after show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We'll leave the Obama thing for the after show. But we could talk about this large tunnel that was found in Mexico that leads to the U.S.
Yes.
Or vice versa.
Yes. So recently discovered is what they're calling the largest tunnel in American history or Mexican history, and it goes all the way from Mexico under the patrol people, miles and miles and miles. It then makes a quick left, and it ends at the house at the end of a block. And from what I'm understanding, this has fiber optics, a railway. It has so much stuff going on. So when you want to know about how these people are getting here and the amount of trafficking that takes place in this country is more than you can possibly imagine.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Real quick, side note to all of the people in the chat who think they're defending my dad against me. He's my dad.
That's true. But I appreciate.
They be like, "Good Malcolm,
No. If you see him on the street, G-check him, man. Yeah, G-check him, because
my dad.
You know, I be trying to send y'all signals, man.
God,
that when these cameras is off,
they be in their feelings, like.
Yeah, man, you talking to me like that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. So that's what's going on.
Yeah, that is crazy. And apparently it goes into like a residential house.
A residential house at the end of a block.
Yeah.
And that's how they're moving. And side note, I don't know if y'all heard, I think I mentioned this before. All of those major hotels are in a lawsuit.
Oh, yes.
Because they're all involved with sex. Because you got to start putting two and two together. How are they moving so many bodies in this volume across the country? There has to be a system, an underground railroad, a way in which they're not detected. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, but the fact that the media never covers these things, or they just have the ability to just erase them. Like, you'll see one, you'll see it. You ever been on Twitter? Like, you'll see something, and then like you'll quickly like refresh, and it's gone.
And it's gone. Yeah,
that's
can't get back to it.
That's how I feel like it works in real life. Like, you'll see something, and then I think like they'll realize like it'll hit people like, whoa, what the hell was that? And they go like just
get rid of that.
It's gone.
Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Malcolm. I'm everyone's dad now.
I'm tired of y'all.
Okay?
I'm tired of y'all.
And
like,
if you see him,
I'm tired of y'all.
Every now and then, G-check him. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to you for something. Be like, yo, I don't know you, son. Come here, son. Let me talk to you.
I don't like how you talking to dad.
I don't like the way you talking to, Dad Dot, son. Have I ever met you? Nah. I'm just saying, son. You know.
And he can talk to me any other way on the show. Yeah. Y'all be fine. Oh, go ahead, Dad. Yeah. You tell him.
That's right.
I hate y'all.
The way it goes.
No, I'm joking.
It's the way it goes.
Crazy, man.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So apparently, I saw a report that China has they created this new like laser system weapon that can fire unlimited.
It ain't new, dude. You still think people are shooting bullets? Pow, pow. That's for you. They got lasers. They got heat weapons.
Yeah.
This HARP system that they can make it rain, make it snow. Man, these people are these are diabolical individuals with weapons you couldn't imagine. Hit you with a vibrational weapon. They already got the CIA told you about the ice weapon to give you a heart attack.
Yeah.
You get hit with a little ice and be like, nah, you don't think nothing of it. When that ice melt, whatever's in there, done. So the level of the aliens in Peru, I'm not really too sure about. Any aliens you see, that's all your government. That's what I've been trying to secretly tell you guys for years. You know, I'm coding it like I'm getting on the ships with them. I'm not getting in no government operated ship so they can take me somewhere and do some government shit to me. All of that's your government. Your government. Because this is the final.
The government is. They're just trying to probe people.
Yeah. This is the final frontier of this battle on Earth. Is that they gotta hit you with this, and 95% of you are gonna fall for it.
Yeah. So before we get up out here, a couple more stories, and then we have an after show.
Yeah.
But the 6 former Mississippi police officers who called themselves the Goon Squad, they pled guilty to state charges of torturing and sexually assaulting 2 black men.
All right, I'll talk to that. They're going to Yale.
They're going to Yale.
They're gonna go to Yale.
And then another story, the guy Sam Bankman-Fried, whatever. I don't know how to say
Fried,
whatever. From the FTX, he got his bail revoked, and they're placing him. Peep this. They're placing him in a Brooklyn jail that is known for having terrible
conditions.
Conditions, yes. I feel like I've seen this story before.
Yeah.
And they just found out that hold on, I'm going to get this actual...
He's going to unalive himself.
Hold on. He was just found out, he got indicted for using stolen customer funds for $100 million in U.S. political donations, according to a new filing. So, what political donations? Better question, right? We already know he's funneling the money through the Democratic Party, funneling the money through him, and then they was funneling that money through Ukraine, and Ukraine was getting it's all coming out. But the fact that he got his bail revoked and he's going to this Brooklyn jail with horrible conditions.
Yep. Perfect situation. So like we mentioned before, Magoo, the rapper, passed away.
He passed away, yes.
I also want to talk about before we get out here.
Real quick, I don't know if this is true. What's his name from Junior Mafia passed away today as well.
Junior Mafia?
Yes, not C's. He was one of the
unknown guys?
Yes.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys know the name if you put it in the chat.
DJ Envy is suing Tony the Closer.
Yes, DJ Envy is suing Tony the Closer for defamation over this flipping NJ thing. Apparently it's a Ponzi scheme. Eli, from what happened to Common Sense, thinks this is the biggest Ponzi scheme in the Black and Hispanic community ever.
Really?
Yeah, he thinks it's north of $100 million as a result, because he said like the whole business structure is basically like if like he's paying people with other people's money. Basically, that's a Ponzi scheme.
That is a Ponzi scheme.
That's a Ponzi scheme. Like, so if you take an investment from here and you pay this person,
that's a Ponzi scheme.
And you can't pay the original person back.
Yes.
Ponzi scheme. He was talking about how usually when people talk about investments or bad investments, and they say, well, if you give your money to Goldman Sachs and you lose your money on a stock, you don't call that a scam, you don't call that fraud, you don't call that. He said, but the difference between a stock, you can take the losses, like you can get your money out, sell the stock, and just kind of eat the losses.
You can watch the losses and go, I want to bottom out here.
Yes, he's saying, how the hell are you not being able to get paid back on real estate when real estate doesn't go to zero?
Ooh.
You either bought it or you didn't. So, interesting stuff.
And I didn't know Tony the Closer was a professional football player.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I did not know that. Okay. All right.
So, we'll see.
Take a few questions.
Yeah, let's take some questions and we'll get up out of here. We'll get up out of here and go to the after show.
Okay, Star said he knows for a fact DJ Envy is going to get indicted. Okay. He would love that.
So what happens to the Breakfast Club then? Because like you getting indicted for a major like financial crime, like you just gonna come on the radio again, like nothing. We just gonna act like this is not happening.
The way black folk operate, yeah.
Okay.
We love there's people who love him and they don't care what kind of crimes he commit. Dude, your people are crazy.
Yeah.
They're not into facts and the undeniable truth. If they like Envy, he good. He'll take 2 weeks off, right, and say he's with his family. Then he'll come back, DJ Envy, and you just keep it moving. Yeah.
Somebody said Breakfast Club was trash anyway. Yeah, it hasn't really made any real.
It's just there now.
News, yeah.
It's just there.
Somebody said Charlamagne God committed rape. Allegedly, the way that happened, and they just kind of moved that along.
Yeah.
But remember, he lost a show to that. He was going to the HBO late night show.
I remember.
Lost that, and then he wound up getting one for Comedy Central.
Yeah. Have you ever dealt with a kid on an annoying flight? Coach Wayne, no.
I like his questions.
He asked me shit that made me go, I never really thought about that. Yeah. I would keep drug gummies in my pocket.
Yeah.
Hand him one of them little sleepy pills.
Yeah, I was nervous when we brought Nova on the plane the first time, but he just fell asleep. So.
Have you heard about the gay bomb? The gay bomb been out for years. Yeah, there's a gay bomb. We've been dropping it on countries.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a gay bomb. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's true.
Did not know about that. What else we got, guys? Did you see the list? Listen, I saw the list of the 50 all-time Complex rappers or 50 all-time New York rappers. The first post, the first in was number 50, Ice Spice. I said, not today.
Okay, so
clicked it on. Because, listen, the only reason they did that was to get people mad. The only reason to do that.
Bring the list up. I got a moment.
Let me see.
I got a moment.
Oops. Complex top 50 New York rappers. Let's get it. Okay, 50 was Ice Spice.
What's the gay bomb? If you drop a fart And you was thinking about being gay?
Listen, Diddy was ranked number 48 here.
It's a gay bomb.
Okay?
I drop them all the time.
47 was Biz Markie, 46
No, go to the top of the goddamn
I just
list.
told you, it's Ice Spice.
Top Malcolm one.
That's not the top, that's the bottom of the list.
That's the top of the list.
Well, like this way.
I know you like to be on the bottom.
Don't start me. Don't start me. Don't start me.
Speaking of gay bombs, let me drop a gay bomb right now.
But if I say something to him, I say something to him. That's a problem.
Gay bomb.
Malcolm, look good. Respect your elders,
We're
Malcolm.
gonna drop the gay bomb.
See this? So Jay-Z is number 1.
Okay, Jay-Z number 1. People have a problem with that.
Of course.
But
Biggie was number 2.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Nas was number 3.
Okay, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
4 was Rakim.
Okay, all right, yeah.
5 was LL.
All right, I have 0. Now you might move 1 or 2. I have 0 problems with any of that.
6 was 50 Cent.
Nah, maybe
that's a little high.
Yeah, a little.
7 was Nicki Minaj.
No, that is definitely no.
8 was DMX.
In front of Tupac, no.
9 was Busta Rhymes. Tupac. This is New York rappers.
Oh, New York rappers.
Yes, it's New York rappers.
Oh, okay, yeah. DMX, yeah.
Okay. Even though Tupac's from the Bronx, you know what I mean?
I might put Busta a little higher.
Busta could be a little high, but he's in top 10. 10 was KRS-One.
KRS-One, no problem.
Okay. 11 was Prodigy.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't know. 12 was Lil Kim.
Okay, so now we're talking New York rappers.
Yes,
okay,
it's New York.
A Ghostface Killer, MF Doom.
Big Pun.
Big Pun number 15, probably a little higher.
Jadakiss is 16.
Jadakiss needs to be higher than goddamn number 16. I'm sorry.
17 was Cam. 18 is Mos Def.
Mos Def is nasty.
Big Daddy Kane is 19.
Nah, he's got to be, if he's not top 10, he's top 11, 12.
Do I have to go through all of these?
No.
Okay.
Give me top 15.
I just gave you top 15. That was
okay, all right, there it is. All right. And Ice Spice is probably 200, top 200.
Well, 50. Like y'all just wanted to get people mad. Y'all just want people to click on.
What was Black Dot on the list? They
I didn't see you on the list.
You got to keep scrolling, like be scrolling to tomorrow and shit.
It's Big L, and I didn't see what Big L was on the list. I hopefully he had to be on there. I'll check it.
Yeah, Black Dot, you're number 747,000.
Yeah.
In New York. Great. I'll take it. What does it get me?
Cardi B is 25. Come on, y'all.
Come on now. Come on now. You definitely trying to piss people off.
Pop Smoke 27. Come on, man.
Come on now.
See, Big L was 29. Pop Smoke was ahead of Big L.
Come on, that don't make no sense.
You see this?
Where's Lord Finesse? Where's so many other? We're not gonna deal with that. Okay, Method Man.
He was like number 23, I think.
Could be high. Should be higher than that. All right, is it time to get out of here?
Let's talk about Melly Mel apologizing real quick. What do you think?
Okay, that was bad. That was very bad. Because now he got to go to the 8 Mile Museum. He's got to go visit this white neighborhood where Eminem started and be like, boy, you know what, now that I think about it, I didn't know his upbringing was like this, as I done visited the 8 Mile Museum, and I could see these trailer parks, how that could create his ability to want to create rhymes and use rhymes to get out of his struggle. Yeah, I could. Yeah. Come on now. Come on. We're not gonna do this.
Yeah.
Apologizing to this goddamn white boy. And the apology was intricate.
Yeah.
Like I know he didn't write that shit.
Yeah, and I think he probably just kind of came to the realization he shouldn't have responded in the first place.
That's what I'm saying. He gonna do a new rhyme called "A Trailer Park Child Was Born with No State of Mind."
Yeah.
Brown with mankind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
It is sad.
So we are out of here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, become a member.
UrbanX.NYC. $5 a month or $50 for the entire year.
Yeah.
Lock those prices in for you this month only. And we'll see you guys in the after show. Members, we'll see y'all in a little bit.
Yeah, we will see y'all in a little bit.
Hit the like button. Peace.
Hit that like button. Peace. We are out of here.
Later.